Vajrabhairava is a very, very complex meditational deity belonging to the highest level of Vajrayana Buddhism and the four classification of tantras. But we're not really talking about all that abstract information. We're really talking about art, and we're talking about iconography, painting, and sculpture. And in this particular instance, we're talking about best examples. Now, Vajrabhairava is difficult when it comes to best examples because there's a lot of information that really has to be looked at and talked about first, such as what form of Vajrabhairava is it? We have a number of different iconographic forms of Vajrabhairava, some with more major differences, some with more minor differences. Then which Tibetan tradition is it coming out of? Is it Sakya, is it Jonang, Kagyu, or Gelugpa? Now the real big differences we find are between the Sakya, Jonang, Kagyu on one side and then the Gelug on another. Then we have the third really preliminary consideration, which is artistic tradition and style. So when was the painting done? In what region was it done? And what kind of style is it executed in terms of painting? So these are considerations that have to be worked through before we can talk about best of Vajrabhairava painting or best of Vajrabhairava sculpture. So for the various forms, with the forms and the Tibetan traditions kind of dovetail. They do overlap. We have a big consideration with the heads of Vajrabhairava in painting and sculpture, how they're depicted, because we have what's called the shell core and we have the shell tsek. So we have the circular faces of Vajrabhairava, and then we have stacked faces. So Vajrabhairava has 9 heads. He has really 8 wrathful, and then a semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful Arapachana Manjushri placed at the very top. Now, the shell core, the circular faces will have one main face in the middle, and then 3 to one side, 3 to the left side, and then 2 faces above the central face. So it's 3 to the right, 3 to the left, 3 vertical. Now, the shell tsek, the stacked faces. Now the stacked faces is common for the Sakya, Jonang, and Kagyu. The circular faces is common for the Gelugpa. So for the stacked faces, you have 3 vertical faces and in a central line. Then on the right side, you have 3 vertical faces, and on the left side, 3 vertical faces. Okay, so right away, if you're going to be looking at best of examples, best iconographic examples, then you have to be separating the painting and sculpture of these two. Now, then when it comes to arms, we have 34 arms, and then there's different ways that they can be shown based on artistic tradition and sometimes based on the style. They can either be shown all individually, fanning out to the right and left side, or they can be overlapping. And this follows the same with the legs. They can be shown individually or they can be shown overlapping. So we have a lot of different variations in how Vajrabhairava can be really exhibited iconographically. Some of it is based on literature, but the majority of it is actually based on artistic style and artistic tradition, which makes it complicated to come up with a best of examples for Vajrabhairava without dividing it into a lot of smaller number of groupings to really look at the different variations in Vajrabhairava. So press the like button, subscribe, share, and also join Har on Patreon and help us move towards another 25 years. We're now in our 25th anniversary, and we would be very grateful for any support and donations. Thank you.